Morning, everybody. Okay, screeners and meaners, another check it collected transformation, and we are going to be transforming Brainstorm, and that we're going to be checking out or transforming Brainstorm Voyager size generations headmasters, and also Oversized Brainstorm and Tesla Oversized Titans return. Excuse me. Anyways, all right. So yeah, first up, we're going to do it since this is more showcase for our friend here and the mold that he has. And if you guys can see that, this mold is very similar to Blur, extremely similar. And to help you actually see that a little bit better is that imagine these are not here. Put these down, and then there you go. There you see Blur. And we're going to get Blur out the way here because this is more so Brainstorm, excuse me, showcase. So yes, go down to the side here. First you want to do is this. You want to detach the weapons. All right, and this is actually a very good build for a knockoff. It is very, very, very good, and I must say I'm very surprised in some cases, and not just stunned. All right, going to take my Titan Master out there, move them out the way and stuff. Going to put this down, make sure that's all the way down. I like to put it all the way down. You can put the seat down if you wish, or however you want to do it, but you're going to put it there and stuff and all that. It's just ends up happening to be a symbol that you can put in there and stuff, but I wouldn't because you want to cause some issues. Anyway, so yeah, so first thing you want to do is this. Make sure these are out or loose. I've been having these come off, but that's a problem for another time, or if you look at the reviews, you'll see what it's about, and then take it from there. So what you're going to do is this. You're going to pull this apart, which are stiff as I don't know what, and pull these out. Now, before we go any further, again, it almost looks like puts me in the mind of Star Wars. This here puts me in mind of a Star Wars ship, as you guys are already seen. Hope you've seen the review. If not, but again, we'll look at that in just a second. Move that to the side. But it also looks like, if I can't remember which one it was, but it does look similar. So if you guys see it, that's it. I don't want to get issues, any copyright, whatever. It's just my honest opinion about it. But again, I'm just coming back doing it, and something just failed. Wow, seriously. And you know what? I'm gonna keep this moving. Anyway, so that's it. I'm gonna come back, move this, and pull this down. Go ahead and just move that out the way. That's it. This is end up being his shield, but it is what it is. All right, you're gonna come around here, make sure all those parts are loose. Again, I like to do parts and stuff. Keep them loose because you can actually see other hidden transformations. You pull these legs out from the bottom from the pin there, and as you see here, and this is midsection here. His legs are already starting to form. You see his thighs there and stuff, and you fold them down. It's like simple and so. All right, then you have this. All right, pull this back some. All right, you're going to pull this apart easily as you can possibly because they are very stiff because you don't want to break anything. And with these knockoffs, they can break. You want to take the, this wing here, flap, or whatever you want to call it, just pull it inside. All right, and as you turn around to the front here, you can go and just close these inner back thighs or back, the shins or foot or, back legs or whatever they may be, calves, however you want to call it. Bring him around to the front here and pull his spurs down. All right, and there. Now he's starting to take shape and take aim. And we're going to back up or raise this up just a little bit so we can actually get a better view. All right, bring him here. Put this in the back, and that's going to push forward a little bit. Put arms down to the side. Just bring him down. And what you want to do is expose his fist. Pull this up, and they are very stiff. So you have to be very careful with it. And make sure you know which way you're pulling with it, because if not, I almost broke it. You see how I was pulling that way? I could have broke it just now. Put it there and make sure you see part of that pin there and just pull them up. And it's stiff. Again, if you have some tool oil, you might want to consider using some of that because I appreciate them doing this because there are some parts where it's been loose on some of the figures that you have, and if I'm not mistaken, this is Robot Force, which is, I believe they're from Weijing, if I'm not mistaken, but it is what it is from there. All right, so we're gonna take that, put that aside there, put them there. Get your Titan Master, get up and close up, look at him. All right, with his arms down, put his back, head, feet, legs, whatever you want to call it, back behind him, and which is very important. You want to make sure you see the back of his head. I found it if you can see his face on the front, It's exposed a little bit more. If you can kind of see his face, especially if you're doing stop motion or close up of it, or anybody out there that's just trying to just get close up pictures of it, to make sure you see this. It looks more natural, and for one, it seems more loose when it's switched the other way around. Even though those pins tell you otherwise, I don't really know what else to say to you on that. And take that and you just put that on top of his head there, or in open space, as you can see. All right, and then again, that pops right in there. And then you want to put his blasters, and you have your options of putting the blaster on his arm. I'm going to put one over here, which you can do on either side. And you have one to put in his hand. There you go. And there's Teslar, for pronouncing it correctly, and Brainstorm. Now, one more thing is that this does come off, and it is extremely stiff. And I try to loosen it up a little bit. I actually put some tool in there, and tool oil, and it did not help at all. There we go. All right. Take this, put both the blasters on the side here, if you wish. So you have a blaster on the gun, and then there you go. He has his shield, which I think is fitting for him. It really is. All right. All right. Now, there he's to the side there. Look up from close side. Put him in the middle here. And I think that's pretty cool, oversized. I didn't like Tyson Turner at first, but they actually grown on me. Yeah. So with that being said, we're going to move over to Voyager size Brainstorm from Generations. This is their anniversary edition and Headmasters. If you guys are aware of, again, that year, I believe they came out with some of everything to kind of give them to their tradition. I think there was a combiner in there. I think there's all type of stuff. There is Jetfire that was part of that series. There was I don't think there was Ultra Magnus. I'm not sure. I'm just catching up with it myself, to be honest, but that's whatever. All right, so we're going to get this transformed. We're going to start up, get it out there. And we have the Headmaster and legs that are very loose. So if you look at that, I do have two of these figures, and I'm not gonna lie to you, they do exactly the same thing. They are loose in the same parts. They have the same issues. They have whatever else and stuff. This is the other one, and it does the same thing. Actually, I had that figure and actually got sunk with something else. So even though you can already see the side by side comparison there, we're gonna just want to show you right quick at this. The feet come loose the same way. So, I mean, maybe it's just something in the way or whatever, but it's just highly articulated when we get to the little close up there. We're going to get them out the way just because I just want to show you guys right quick that I do have both of them, and they do the same exact thing. All right. Okay. You see the face here? You can really look at the close up as face. And then he has these weird arms that comes up to the side of his head or his ears. And then you have his legs, which are highly articulated, which is pretty cool. Okay, and then this practice face. We're going to transform him to get him out the way. We're going to push his arms forward till it matches with his face and looks similar to that, which I think this is a better mold, if my honest opinion. And then we take this and fold this down to the back, and we still keep that little little slot open there. So when you put it down in his face, now it's pretty cool what happens when you transform him. All right, pull the blasters out, which I like these blasters, and I like this mold better than I like the other one. I just think he just has more things. That's it. Keep the seat up. All right, close that. Make these loose as you can as possible. Kind of use this in a way. And these have pins in it, and these don't. I don't understand why, but these pop off on the regular. So it's a quick fix. I understand it. It's whatever. I get it. All right. So what you want to do is this. You want to just bring the arms forward. All right. That's connected to the legs. All right. So what you do is just bring them forward like so. All right, open this arms here, which is really easy to open them, and I like these detailed ones. That's really easy to transform because they to me they make a lot more sense. Put your finger down on the pin, push this up, and the gimmick has already went past what it was not supposed to do, but it is what it is on that. Turn the arm around, do the same thing over here, and whichever way you feel comfortable with it. I mean, I've just been doing stop motions, and I just kind of been doing here and there with it and stuff, and I've done a little bit here and there with this one, but it is what it is from that. So you open out the side skirts there for the protection guard, pull this around and back, and it'll come right out the back, and then his legs come forward, which would be pretty cool for a landing stop motion Don't think I did that in the stop motion. I'm pretty much certain I didn't. Bring the legs forward. All right. Close the shin back. Bring legs forward. Shin back. And then bringing this here and this here. And he has some extremely big feet and some loosely parts, as you can see. Okay. And the same thing's on the other one. I can show you guys that just in a second. And then you want to close his landing gear. And I should be backed up some. Shame on me. Hope I got all that. Close the landing gear up in there. And make sure that peg punches right here. Okay. There. Clips into place. Put here. And then here. Now, I do want to show you something that a lot of people don't really know. You see that octagon or circle thing that come in there? This is part of a mold that some knockoffs usually use, and usually when they do it, I don't know if they, bore the hole or whatever they do and stuff, whatever. But again, as you can see, that looks kind of like an octagon, and this is more of a circle. But the octagon comes where you see when you press it down all the way in there. Stops from twisting around, or you can make it twist around. I just found it kind of weird when I was actually doing both of them. When I saw his octagon fitment on these or another one, I can't mistake. I'm not sure. And see where that's staying at, but that's generally where it's, how it goes. I just want to stay there right quick. All right, bring them out there. Put your Headmaster, all right, in there. And as you can see, it says something inside there. We're going to go close up, and I think it says Speed Sprint International or something, right? I'm not exactly sure. Anyways, that wasn't supposed to come out just yet. And what happens is this little piece here, this seat, it gets here, and then there's this little gimmick they have, and that comes where you actually, when you press that down, you see, and then it's boom. That's pretty neat little gimmick they had and stuff, whatever. But again, you want to make sure the Headmaster, I don't know the Headmaster's name, so excuse me, whatever deal may be, you put it inside there, and there you go. And there you have Brainstorm bot mode, which is very hard for his hands to kind of hold on to these things because they're so loose. But once you get them in there, they're in there. But it's really weird in the clearance. If you guys can see that, very weird. He doesn't have much space, but I guess it's more so for just like, in the alt mode. So it's whatever. Yeah. So you have an extremely tall Brainstorm, but it's a really cool Voyager, and that's it. And that's the transformation for him. Get him up a closer look. Actually bring him in a little bit better. And I would have been totally happy if they would have actually named this version of Brainstorm something else, being as this version staying with something else. But a simple fact, the reason that that mold takes in from Blur. So I would have been totally okay and happy with that. Okay, screeners and meaners, we're going to toss in some side-by-side comparisons here. All right, first up, we're going to toss in the Last Night, aka Age of Extinction's Bumblebee mold. All right, there's that height difference there. Let's go and zoom in just a tad bit. All right, there's that mold there. That's the Deluxe. All right, pull them out the way. I'm going to pull in this knockoff oversized version, which gives you more of a Voyager size there. Call them Deluxe or the Voyage or whatever you want to call them and stuff. Put them back in there, put them in the back. That's all to it. And all this and everything, we'll put in Voyager size Optimus Prime here, so you know exactly how high or tall the difference of it is. And this is from the Last Night version. We're going to pull them out the way, and we're going to pull in Armadatron. This is leader class, so you know exactly what your scale is going to be fitting with their sides from there. And we're going to toss in oversized knockoff crosshairs. Put them in here right quick. And oh my goodness, is that okay? This not gonna put in everything and stuff like that. Sorry, there's some little pieces and stuff on him that's actually some mocks I've been working on. I have not done those reviews yet, but at the same time they're coming. I'm probably gonna wait until next year to do that because I have so many things going on right now. Put them out the way. That's all to it. Oh, what just fell? All right, put it to the side there, and then we're going to have put in here oversized drift RID. In there and stuff, so you know exactly where the scale fits at with these knockoffs if you're looking to have them measured up to the rest. Some more of the mainstream verses. Okay, screeners and meaners, it's going to be on to the next. This is just the transformation for Brainstorm Headmaster and Titan's return with his Titan Master Tesla or whatever blur mode. Anyways, do what you do as long as you do it well. Again, on to the next.